Today I'm filming the 2021 Toyota Supra. Toyota said they stiffened up the chassis, they added more horsepower to the Supra. So my question for today's video is 382 horsepower good enough for the Supra name? Let's find out. Looking at the front fascia here of the 2021 Toyota Supra, Toyota didn't mess with the actual exterior design from the 2020 model year. These headlights are going to be a full LED with an automatic low and high beam with an LED turn signal with an LED daytime running light. There are some front parking sensors here in the front fascia. The Toyota emblem, which is here front and center. There are some air intakes here to cool that straight six engine designed by BMW. But let's look under the hood of the Toyota Supra and see what powers this thing. So looking here under the hood of the 2021 Toyota Supra, this has the same motor from the BMW Z4 M40i. It makes 382 horsepower, 368 pound-feet of torque. It's paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. As distance hits the raise around 3,400 pounds. Fuel economy numbers are 22 in the city, 30 on the highway. So they actually dropped the fuel economy numbers compared to the 2020 model year Supra, 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds. Compared to the 2020 model, which got 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds. So it kind of shaved off a couple seconds from the 0 to 60. And as you guys can see here, this engine is very long, this clam style shaped hood that opens very wide. Also, you get these strut tower braces here to stiffen up the chassis in the front end. But let's look at the side profile of the 2021 Toyota Supra. So look at the side profile of the Toyota Supra. Start out with these tires and wheels. These are a Michelin Pilot Super Sport wheel. These are a 255 in the front, 235 with tire. You get a 275 in the rear, so they're gonna be staggered wheels. I like the black and silver finish here. You get 4-piston Brembo brakes in the front. They're gonna be ventilated, and these rotors are massive. They're good for stopping power, and you get a single brake caliper in the rear. Like I mentioned, it's gonna be a 275 with tire. Here on these fender here or in the hood, Toyota says you can remove this plastic piece here to basically cool that inline six. Not sure why Toyota didn't actually do it themselves, but this piece can be removed just in case you want to cool that inline six. Looking at this mirror cap, they're going to be a matte black finish with the LED side marker in it. And it does have blind spot monitoring integrated into the mirror as well. Your wheelbase is 97.2 inches long with an overall length of 172.5 inches overall. But let's look at the rear of the Toyota Supra. So we're at the rear of the Toyota Supra. Looking at these taillights here, are going to be a full LED with an LED turn signal, an LED brake light with an LED reverse light here, a lower part of your diffuser. There is some badging here, which is your Toyota emblem, your Supra name, which is spelled out here, which I think is a nice font. Also your GR badge, which is here. The rear diffuser looks really good. You get rear parking sensors. Looking here at this portion here, it does remind me of the Toyota Camry. It has that fake tail light design here. A standard backup camera, LED lights for your tag, and unfortunately Toyota didn't fix the issue with the 2020 model year Toyota Supra. There's no latch to open up the trunk, so you guys have to either open it from the cabin or open it from the key fob here. Have to press this and open it. And Toyota says you get around 8.6 cubic feet of space or 9 cubic feet of space. I couldn't find the actual final sheet specs, but it looks very small, just like the same previous generation Toyota Supra. But I'm gonna let you guys hear what that straight six sounds like really quick. As you guys heard, that straight six sounds pretty damn good. I like the burbles, the cracks, and the pops. But let's hop into the interior of the Toyota Supra. So I'm sitting inside the 2021 Toyota Supra, and it's very humid out here. As you guys can see, I'm sweating profusely. But closing the door here, door sounds nice and solid. It does have the frameless window design here. But to start up the Supra, you guys know how to start up a car. Just put your foot on the brake and press the start stop button here. Oh yes, that straight six sounds very good. When you put into sport, it opens up the baffle. burbles and the cracks sound pretty good. The materials in here, I mean, nice soft touch ejection molded plastic. There's this aluminum style door handle here with your lock controls. There's some black piano plastic here. It is express up, express down for the front two windows, of course. The power folding mirrors are here. You do get these mirrors that power fold. They do have the blind spot monitoring integrated into them. To unfold them, you guys can just click the button again. There's your headlight controls are here with the automatic high beam switch. Your dimmer switch is here. The steering wheel is a nice leather wrap steering wheel with paddle shifters to cycle through the 8-speed automatic transmission. Your forward collision warning, your adaptive cruise control settings, which are here. I like the gauge here, which is this LCD display. As you can see, oh my God, those burbles and cracks sound pretty good. So Toyota did a very good job going to BMW and getting their help. And as you can see on the camera, there's this heads-up display which shows you a lot of things like your speedometer. It does have a sign reader. It tells you if you're in an area you don't know the actual speed limit. If the car picks up that you're approaching that sign, it'll tell you 45 miles an hour or 65 miles an hour or whatever state that you live in. It would show that up on the windshield. But looking here, you have your radio, your volume controls, also your phone and voice command here. I like the 3-spoke design, but I think the airbag cover is a little too fat. I wish Toyota would with a D-cut steering wheel design here. Looking at this head unit here is a Toyota BMW slash head unit here is a 8.8 display here. It doesn't offer Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. What I noticed when I plugged my iPhone 11 Pro in, it didn't show me the Apple CarPlay for some random reason. I'm not sure why. I looked on the window sticker, it didn't say it had Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. And if you guys are wearing any kind of sunglasses, it's going to be hard to show the actual screen. I have to put my hand over here so you guys can see it a little bit better, but it does have your radio presets there. There's some soft touch material here with your air vents, your hazard controls here, your radio preset buttons which are down here, your volume control. And Toyota still didn't fix that issue. Again, they only offer 3-level heated seats. Surprised to see that there's no cool seats in the Supra. Come on, Toyota, add cool seats to the Supra. You do get dual climate control here. Your rear defogger, your front defogger, which is down there, a wireless charging pad. It charged my iPhone 11 just fine. There's a standard USB port down here with the 12-volt. This shifter here cycles through the 8-speed automatic transmission. To put into reverse, you just push forward. As you can see here, let's have this backup camera. Hopefully I can pick it up on camera here. Let's have trajectory with distance markers, front and rear parking sensors. And to put into drive, you just kick back for drive. A manual mode, just kick it over to the left here. You can shift through the gears here with these paddle shifters, which has a nice feel to them. And you want to put it back into park, just click the P for park there. Looking down here, there's some carbon fiber trim, which looks really nice. I actually like carbon fiber. It gives the cab a nicer look here. You have this rotary dial here to cycle through this head unit up here. I hate that show you guys this because the resolution on here is very horrible. You can barely see because the screen is so like a glow over it or something. But going here to the embedded navigation really quick. You guys can touch this too, just in case. If you guys want to touch it, put fingerprints on it, you can touch it down here with this rotary dial. But it's the BMW head unit or Toyota head unit, which is very snappy. It has a nice resolution here. It looks really clean. Hopefully it's picking up on the camera here. You also have a dedicated back button, a media button, a menu, map, and navigation. You have different options. Automatic start stop, you can turn that on or off. A sport mode button here, your parking sensors, your stability control, your safety system, which offers Toyota safety. These seats in here are really comfortable. They hold you in place, but they're not aggressively bolstered. And my driver's seat has a 2-person memory seat. I like the metal trim here, which they would have the Supra name here or on top of the headrest, and some red stitching would give this darkened cabin a more look. And above me, Toyota doesn't offer a standard size sunroof or a panoramic sunroof as well. 2 cup holders here, and I'm surprised to see there's no center console to put any of your storage. You have this little cubby tray here. Maybe you can put something in there. You have a pass-through through the trunk, which offers around 8.6 cubic feet of space or 9 cubic feet of space. I couldn't find the actual spec sheets for the cubic feet of space. But looking here, that your glove box is damped. Lamb of Hill is a very decent sized glove box here. And the upper part of your dashboard here has a nice material here. I'm surprised to see that Toyota didn't trickle down that rear view camera. It would have been nice because the visibility up the back is very restrained with this coupe-like design. But let's take the Supra out and see how it feels with that 3-liter inline 6. So Toyota says they changed the compression ratio from 11:1 to 10.2:1. So basically they added a different exhaust manifold, or basically added a double manifold to give this car 50 more horsepower and about 3 more pound-feet of torque. So I'm at a dead stop right now, and I'm going to floor it with the traction on. Toyota says 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds. Oh, oh my God. Oh God. This car is legit. I am like out of words. I am so impressed. 50 more horsepower compared to the 2020 Toyota Supra, which only had 335 horsepower. So the question I asked in the beginning of the video is 382 horsepower good enough? You guys have to wait to the end of this video to see my final judgment. But so far, as you guys can tell, I'm having plenty of fun, and I'm in sport mode. I know you guys are not going to drive this car in eco or anything like that because it's useless. This car is made to go on the track, and it's good handling. First gear with those burbles. Woo. Talking about a car that will get you in some trouble. This car with 382 horsepower, it doesn't sound like a lot, and yes, this is a BMW motor, guys. Keep that in mind. This is a motor designed by BMW. This is the same motor that's in the Z4 M40i. It makes the same horsepower, same pound-feet of torque. Just to keep in mind, all BMW motors are going to be underrated. So basically that means they say this on paper, but otherwise there's something totally different. Holy crap. I'm gonna turn the traction off here. I'm gonna floor it. Oh God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Whew. Talking about some serious power. I'm telling you right now, I don't drive fast cars on a daily, and this car only makes like 300 horsepower, and a lot of people don't consider that too fast. But oh my God, this Supra has me speechless. I don't even have anything else to say besides that this car performs pretty good. And then the burbles and the cracks. Oh my God. Whew. Talking about a car that would put a smile on your face. And the rotors on this car are massive, and they have good stopping power. So if you wanted to come to a complete stop here, the car would do it because those rotors are so big. And Toyota has 4 pistons, 4 piston Brembo brakes. They're ventilated. They're on the front, and you get 1 piston in the rear. So they stop this car at a very good stance. It does have Toyota. It has Toyota Safety Sense, which is like pre-collision with pedestrian detection. Also adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitor. So this thing does come loaded with Toyota Safety Sense. So Toyota didn't skip out when it came to putting their safety sense in this vehicle as well. Even though they went to BMW for help with the engine, which I don't think was a bad thing, because BMW does a really good inline 6, and no one cannot top that. They make the best inline 6 in the industry. That exhaust, as you guys heard, sounds pretty good, and even inside the cabin. But visibility is good out the front. These big side mirrors that you get, but at the rear, like I mentioned, is not. It doesn't have good visibility because of that coupe-like design. Oh my God, this car is phenomenal. It's really phenomenal. A lot of people don't like that Toyota went to BMW for help, but hey, if you want to get the best inline 6 in the industry, why not go with someone and get their product and put it inside yours and call it a Supra? That's what the Supra name is for. It's known for making a lot of power. And you guys can make this car have plenty of horsepower, but just by changing or adding a stage 2 or adding something to the engine, because these engines are underrated, and a lot of people don't understand that BMW makes very underrated engines as well. But I'm going to do a slight acceleration run once more again. Turn the traction off. I'm going to brake torque it. Launch active. Oh God. Oh my God. Oh God. I'm having too much fun right now, guys. Like, I want to talk about the rest of this car, but I'm having a little too much fun with the Supra. But Toyota did a really good job. Like I mentioned, like they went to BMW for help. BMW gave them one of the best inline six in the industry. I know you guys are tired of hearing me saying that, but I'm trying to put the point across is that this engine is very good. It's very capable. It has the characteristics as a BMW, of course. It's made by BMW. Oh God, and the exhaust is phenomenal. The chassis feels very planted. The steering feel is good. It does wiggle in the rear. Even when you put your foot down, it cuts the power, but it keeps the power planted. This is a rear-wheel drive car. And Toyota offers the 4-cylinder, which makes 255 horsepower. So just in case 382 horsepower is a lot of muscle for you, a lot of horsepower for you guys, Toyota does offer this in a 4-cylinder, but the dealership doesn't have the 4-cylinder just yet. So once they get the 4-cylinder, I will test that one. The burbles. Oh my goodness. Talking about a car that will get you in serious trouble. Like, this car is really good. But one thing Toyota didn't fix, when you roll down the window, I'm not sure if you guys can hear me, but there's like a buffering over my ear in here from the wind. As you guys can, I know you guys can hear the buffering, but Toyota should put a vortex on the mirrors here too, so it cuts through here. So once the air gets inside the cabin, it won't sound as bad. But that's when you roll the windows down. When we have the windows up, it sounds quiet in here. The chassis feels well planted. The steering feel is good. But just driving this car in normal, we're gonna turn it up, take it out of sport. Just driving this car normal in this residential neighborhood here, where the speed limit is like 35 miles an hour. This car goes over bumps just fine. It handles really good, even out of sport mode. Out of sport mode, it feels a little bit more playful with the steering. But visibility is really good in here. The materials are really good. This 8.8 head unit here, which is designed by BMW, of course. This car just has a Toyota emblem on it. But this car is really good, honestly, and I'm very surprised at what Toyota did with the Toyota Supra. I was surprised by the 2021, but the 2021 is even better. More horsepower, more pound-feet of torque. Just everything about the Supra is really good, and I'm loving it. But just riding through this neighborhood, this car excels at cruising. Fuel economy numbers are 22 in the city and 30 on the highway. That's the numbers kind of drop down from the 2020 model. Other than that, this car is really good. The ride quality in here is really good because of those adaptive dampers. So it sucks up the bumps just fine. It goes over potholes just fine, because our roads here in Miami are very crappy, like I mentioned plenty of times in my videos. Spending time with the 2021 Toyota Supra, the question I asked in the beginning of the video is 382 horsepower good enough for the Supra? The simple answer is yes, because it shifts to the 8-speed automatic transmission just fine. 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds. And also that straight six is a very good engine designed by BMW. So how much does a Toyota Supra cost? My Tesla stickers for $54,490. It does have some optional equipment which rolls in the driver's assistance package. Also the carpeted floor mats and the Toyota Guard, which is 2 oil changes and a filter. My Tesla stickers for a grand total of $61,609. I'd like to give a special thanks to Wilford for providing me with the vehicle. If you're in the market for a 2021 Toyota Supra, you can come to South Dade Toyota and ask for Wilford. Hope you guys have enjoyed this review, and make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at DriveOnReviews, and please keep subscribing to my YouTube channel. I'll catch you all in the next video.